Welcome to another episode of Baby Daddy Chronicles. It is I, it is he, it is your future favorite baby daddy. Um, how is everybody doing today, man? Before we even get into the topic, um, I'm doing good. I'm here. I'm blessed. I'm working. Um, I wanted to touch on right. I don't know how long this episode is going to be, but I wanted to touch on what happened to me earlier last year, right? Um, I always say, oh, I'm on the fence about dating a single mom and everything like that. So let me explain the story. About early part of last year, um, I was talking to somebody. Well, I guess we were kind of talking, I guess you could say. And it didn't work out right. Been wanted this woman for a long time. Bam, 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 bam. Stop talking. Fast forward closer to the end of last year, and I find out that, she about to have a baby. My first initial reaction was like, damn, she must have not known, while we were talking or whatever. And then it hit me and I was just like, shit, like, when you want somebody for a long time and it don't really happen. And then it's like, damn, like that's it. Because, you about to have an infant. And y'all know one of my rules is I'm not dating no infants. I'm not dating no moms with infants. So I'll say all that to say, like, the topic of this episode would be, I'm not saying I won't date a single mom, and I'm going to give you some reasons. So, reason number one, right? Let's just get right into it. Like, I'm not dealing with infant stage. I did that shit once, and that was a complete waste of time. Like, I'm not dealing with it again. So, if you need to be on your P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to be dealing with the you going back and forth with the baby daddy. None of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dealing with that. Like, if I'm gonna talk to a mother with kids, the kids have to be, the youngest has to be at least 3 going on 4. And I say that because, so here, I'll backtrack. Let me give you a scenario. If you have 3 kids, right, and your youngest is 3 going on 4, that's cool. You can't have 1 kid and it's 3 going on 4. If this your first kid, that kid need to be 5 or 4 going on 5. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not sure in my life if I'm ready to play stepdad. I think I'm ready to play a father figure role, but I don't know if I'm ready to play stepdad, because a lot of people, when they play stepdad, right, you want them to play stepdad, but you don't want them to help make those decisions. And what I mean by decisions is like life decisions. Like, you don't get to keep my money and be like, oh, I want to put him in this school and I don't get no input. Like, that's not going to work for me. Like, if you want me to play stepdad dad role, then I'm going to need to play stepdad dad role in every aspect of the role. I could be a father figure, someone he looks up to, but a stepdad, that's something different. Number 2, right? What's your relationship like with the father of your kids? If it's amicable, that's cool. If he don't, talk to you at all, that's cool. If he don't support, that's cool. But what's the relationship like? You know? How does that factor into play? Those are questions that I need answers to. How does that factor into play? Like, if he hates you, does he hate you because you did something to him? Or does he hate you because he just ain't want to take care of the baby? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. Everybody, there's always a reason for something. And I want to be able to get down to that reason. Like, why does he hate you? What's going on? Number 3, What type of mom are you? Right? That's big. That's a big one. What type of mom are you? Like, so I feel like, right, when people have kids, their lifestyle should change. I'm not saying that you can't go have fun. I'm not saying that at all. But especially for the young moms, if you're always dropping your kids off to go out to the club or do whatever, yeah, we can't talk. Like we can't talk. That's just something that we're not going to do because I feel like that's irresponsible. Like as you get older, as the kids get older, and they want to go to you want to go to sleep and you want to go out and party, that's cool, no problem. But yeah, no. Mm-mm. If you're a young first time mom doing that, like you got to change your lifestyle. Like you made the decisions that you made, so now you got to change your lifestyle. And if I don't, I'm not about to be a babysitter to your kids. Let me put it like that. I'm not about to be a babysitter to your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you dating for help because you want help with this child? Like what is that? Because I'm not about to be out here dating and being a babysitter. I'm not be dating you and then being a babysitter to your kids because you want to go out. I feel like a lot of moms, especially young moms, go through that. They have a hard time transitioning into mom life because they were so used to doing whatever they want to do. Because when you have a baby, your life changes like that. Just like that, your life changes. And it's no longer like you're no longer living for you. You're living for you and someone else. And like I don't always think that people get that. Like if I was let's say hypothetical situation, I talk like the situation I just told you about. She was to come back and be like, "Oh, I want to be with you." I would have to tell her no because that age line is a big gap. Like I don't want the child to be like I don't want to form an attachment to the child at such a young age because if we don't work out, it's going to be extremely hard for me to let the child go. And what I mean by let the child go is like, oh, just move on as if I didn't form this bond, as if I wasn't being a parent to this child. I can't do that. And I need you to be completely healed from whatever hurt that you were dealing with in your past relationships, whatever hurt that your child's father may cause you. I need you to be completely healed from that. It can't be a situation to where like you think you healed, you move on to the next, and then he'd be like, "Oh, I want you back," and then now you're back with him. Like, nah, 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 nah. I need you to be completely over that situation. I feel like a lot of parents, when they go through a breakup, they say they're over that situation, but they're really not. Like, you have a bond with that person forever. So you know that it's going to be a while before you initially get over that person. And that's okay. Take time to heal, but don't drag me into that mess. Right? Do not drag me into that mess. Be completely healed. Let that hurt go. Be a single mom. And I'm not trying to say like it's I'm saying like be a single mom, but just learn how to live with you and your child before you come to me. Because when you bring me in there, it's a different dynamic, especially depending on what role you want me to be in. Like I've dated some single moms to where like they wanted me to be a father figure to their child because one of their children didn't have dads. And I'm cool with that. Like, if you tell me the role before, like, we even really get serious, I know. Like, hey, I got two kids, such and such. We start talking. If we just get serious, I would like for you to be a father figure to such and such. Now, it's a difference because when they say father figure, is it a father figure or is it a stepdad? Because I can do either or, but you have to let me know. Because once I know one, I'm not crossing the other. Like, if you expect me to be a father figure, unless, like, things get real serious and we about to get, like, engaged, I'm not transferring over to that stepdad role. Because kids ain't about to disrespect me talking about you not my daddy. You damn I know I'm not your daddy, but your daddy don't want you either. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. See, I'm childish. I didn't mean to say that. That's yeah. See, that's that's why. Like, yeah, no, because I'm quick with the comebacks, and these I'd hurt a kid's feeling by accident. Like, I'm not your daddy. Technically, I'm your daddy. I'm not your daddy by blood, but your real daddy, and he ain't here. So I'm out here trying to lay your big head ass. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, like what type of role do you want that man to play in your life? What type of role would you want me to play in your life? And then also, do you want any more kids? Because I want kids, but I'm on the fence. The older I get, the less I have. The older I get is the less I want. Like I wanted 4, now I'm down to 2. I really want twins to get over it. Who knows? By the time I turn 34, I may not even want kids. I may not even want kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I may not want kids. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Um, but yeah, her wanting to have another kid, would definitely be beneficial because in case I want one, um, or 2, because like the one thing I don't want to do is take care of your kids and not be able to have my own. And I know they say, oh, if you're dating a single mom, you have to love that child like it's your own. I get it. But having your own versus raising someone else's is completely different. It is completely different. Having your own versus raising somebody else's is something that like it's a different type of bond. It's a different type of bond. And then also it's like, I've known some single moms out there who have been single since they've had kids. Like they haven't been in a relationship since they have kids. They may have talked to other men, messed with other men, but they haven't been in a full-fledged relationship. And it's like, at that point, I feel like the longer you go being single, the harder it is for you to be in a relationship. Because at this point, like you're not settling. I wouldn't say you're settling for anything, but the moment you see one red flag, you're out of there, right? Like you're not dealing with it. You'd be like, me and my child been doing good by ourselves. I'd rather do this. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather do this alone because I've been doing it alone. This what happened to me earlier in the year. I was talking to somebody and just didn't. Few things happened here and there that I felt like could have worked out, but because she was single for so long, she just said bump it. And that was the end of it. And I really liked her too. Also, like, do me and your kid mesh? How did your kid respond to me? Because, it's all about earning the kid's trust. But some kids just be spiteful. Like, they just don't like, they feel like you're taking them away from they feel like you're taking your mom away from them, their mom away. They feel like you're taking their mom away from them. And that's not always the case. But it's like it's a good balance. You got to earn their trust. Like I want to be able to help you with homework. I want to be help you that take you outside. Like what I want to be. I'm like in a perfect scenario, right? I want to be the best stepdaddy. Like let me take you outside. Let me take you to cheerleading practice. Let me take you to football practice. Let me take you to softball practice, basketball practice. You know what I'm saying? We practicing outside on the weekends. We watching games together. We playing video games together. I don't know about the whole teapot thing and like dressing up and wearing makeup. I don't think I'm be that type of parent or that type of stepdad. But I could do everything else. Help you with the homework. You after school curriculum activities. I can do that. That's me. I can do that for you. But you got to be able to give me a chance. Got to be able to give me a chance, man. Like, I struggle sometimes with whether I want to be with a person who have kids or whether I want to be with a person who don't have kids. Because I feel like when you have kids and it's your first child, having somebody who does have kids or being with somebody who does have kids, especially they have more than one, she's more like at that point, a guide that you can lean on. And here's what I mean by a guide that you can lean on, right? Like, she's been there before, she's done that before. So it's not like you're it, it's not like you're both for trying to do this for the first time together. Like, she knows what to expect. So therefore you could kind of lean on her for support. Like, no, babe, you gotta hold the baby this way. Or no, babe, like, once you get their feeding time, this is the feeding time. Bam, 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 bam. Because it's going to, each child is different, but it could be a smoother transition for her because she already has a child. So you can lean on her as opposed to this both being your first time. And with this both being your first time, it's like, it's a lot of tears. It's a lot of crying. It's a lot of frustration because you don't know, right? Like, you don't know, like, what's what. You don't know, like, why won't this baby shut up? Why is this baby crying? And babies be crying for the stupidest stuff. They could be crying because, like, first of all, I don't understand, right? Why babies be crying and they tired. Like, just go to sleep, bro. Just go to sleep. Why are you tired? Why are you crying because you're tired? Just go to sleep. Stop fighting your sleep. You know you tired. Like, why are you crying? Why are you crying? I never understood that. Because somebody explained that to me. When babies are tired, why are they crying? Because I don't understand why they're crying. I never have. I'd be like, bro, you got to get it together. You have got to get it together. Or sis, you got to get it together. Because why are you crying? Just go to sleep. Stop fighting your sleep. Just go to sleep. You know? But yeah, definitely no infants. Like, I say 4, right? 5, because at that point your kid's about to start school. Your kid kind of knows that. I know it's gonna sound messed up. Their parent, the other parent ain't around, right? So then that's where I come in, because I don't want you to think I'm your dad, because I will never be your dad. Right? I will never ever be your dad, but I can be the next best thing. And I think that's what I want the children to understand if I ever date a mom with kids again, is I'm not your dad, but I'm the next best thing. So I want you to treat me with respect, and we can have a very good relationship, like a mentor relationship. Or I don't want to say a daughter's dad relationship, because I don't know if I would ever get to be that close to someone with kids to where, like, their kids looked at me as like their dad. Because I talk to a lot of single moms, but I've never really, like, gotten serious with any one of them to where, like, her kids called me dad or anything like that. But, like, I could be a great father figure, like, put you in the right direction, guide you, show you what, if me and their mom is in love, what real love looks like. Because, for the most part, they probably don't know what real love looks like. It's a lot of single moms. I feel like a lot of single moms, don't be in relationships, and if they do, their relationships don't work. They're not healthy. I could be wrong, but especially in that initial phase. Now, once the kids get older, then yeah, but in that initial phase, like, the relationships don't be healthy, or they don't know what real love is, because they keep. I've known some parents who have keep just, like, it didn't work out, and then went back to their baby daddy to try to make it work, and that's not always the case, especially if the baby daddy don't want to be in a relationship, or they just want to hunch. Like, that's not going to work. But to actually show this is how a man's supposed to treat a woman, right? A man treats a woman this way. But I don't think a lot of parents, like, I don't think a lot of kids have that. Like, they know what that is. And I think that's so important for you to know what that is. And I also, like, I'm gonna just go back to, I feel like once the baby turns 4 or 5, you're kind of settled into momhood. So therefore, I'm just bringing an addition. I'm an addition to the equation instead of the solution, right? because when you're new into momhood, you're still trying to figure everything out. Especially if you're a single parent, you're relying heavily on your support system. And then if I come in, you're going to be leaning on me heavy for support 9 times out of 10. And I'm not sure if you know, if I'm ready for that. you know, like 9 times out of 10, you're going to be leaning on. You're going to be like, oh, could you help with the baby? Could you do this? Could you do that? And nah, I'm just not. Like I'm not. It's still early. Like it's like, damn, I gotta get to know you and play stepdad at the same time. Like, nah. Also, I say 4 to 5 years. This gonna sound so messed up, but unless it's my own mother of my child and my own kid, I'm not going through postpartum with you. I'm just not. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not. Like, if it's my own child, like if I help make that baby, then yeah, I'm doing everything I got to do to help you get out of that. But I'm not dealing with that if you're not the mother of my child. Like, if we're talking and you're going through postpartum, it ain't happening, sis. Now, I'm not saying, because postpartum could take a while, but I don't feel like, and it could take 4 years. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm uneducated on these things, but I don't think that it would take 4 years. So once you settle into motherhood, right, come holla at me. Get a routine down, figure out how everyday life is, like how you maneuver, like let them motherly instincts kick in, right? And then come holla at me. Then we can have a discussion. We can have a talk. We can see where I fit into your life, as opposed to me coming in right away and trying to be Superman, trying to develop a bond with your baby and the baby's young. I did that once. I'm not doing that again. So, I think the most I would date a mother with kids would be 3. But if it's going to be 3, you gotta have your shit together, right? It can't just be like you're 3 and you trying to come in through the scours of the earth, and you gotta be able to want more. When I say 3, like it's 3, but you are good financially, your kids don't really want for anything, and I'm just an addition once again to the equation. It's not 3, and you need my help financially and emotionally with the kids. I could do 1 or 2. I'm not doing both. Like, I may help here and there with the kids, but I don't want to be a reliable source of income for your kids, because they're not my kids unless we become engaged. Then they're going to be my kids. Then my role changes. Like, I may help here and there, but it's not about to be like, oh, little Johnny has baseball practice, little Naya has cheerleading practice. They want to do that. Could you pick up that tab for me and pay for that? Huh? Pick up the tab? You want me to pay out of my money? Out of my money. My money. To put them in extracurricular activities? No, sweetheart. I'm the person who does the extracurricular activities with them and gives you a break. Like, oh, you got errands to run and you tired? Hey, listen, don't worry about it. Stay in the bed. I'm going to take them to cheerleading practice. I'm going to take them to baseball practice. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But pay out of my pocket? Yeah, nah, sis. Not happening. Nah. That's where I draw the line. That financial burden, that's on you. That's on you. That's on your kids. That's on you. Now, if we become real serious, we become engaged or something, then yes, I will chip in on that aspect. You know what I'm saying? But I may help him with like school clothes here and there, lunches here and there. Maybe they do good in school with toys, some shoes, something like that. But the extracurricular activities, like the financial burden is going to be on you, because that's your child, right? I remember I was talking to this one chick, and me and her just didn't work out. But I'm still cool with her son to this day. Fatty. That's what I call him. And I still like, if he does good in school, I got him. I still talk to her regularly, like, hey, how's Fatty doing? He did good in school. All right. What does he want this week? Like, it's not every week, but does he want a toy this week? What does he want? Because, As somebody who struggled in school, um, I do see the importance of school, even though I never finished. So I want to make sure that I relay that to whoever I'm dealing with, whether they have kids or not. Like, school is important, and you need to get good grades. Don't mess around. So I reward that behavior. Does he what does he want, or what does she want? Okay, here goes the money for it. Bam, bam, bam. Right, and then also, um, real quick, and then after that we'll slide. How are you managing your money when it comes to your children? Right, like, because I feel like mothers make a way, and I feel like sometimes they want to rely on help, but I feel like you should be able to make a way and have your finances figured out before a man comes along into your life, because then that's going to be a different dynamic, right? That's going to definitely be a different dynamic. um so yeah, like, how's your finances, right? Are they good? Are they smooth? Like, are you saving for your kids' college tuition, or are you just hoping that somebody else will help elevate you? Because since I'm not that person to elevate you, I can be, but I'm not. You know, I can be, but I'm not. Um, so I would guess I would say here, these are my rules to dating a single mom, right? Um, I guess I would say that here are my rules to dating a single mom. Um, Kid got to be, if it's the first kid, they got to be 3 going on 4, because we need to be able to have a conversation. Tell me what's wrong. Like, we got to be able to communicate. If it's more than their second kid, no, if it's their first kid, their kids got to be 4 going on 5, right? If it's their second kid, then the youngest has to be 3 going on 4. I say that because I want you to be over the situation with your baby daddy. I don't want to be waking up middle of the night, he there, and y'all fucking. Like, that's gonna piss me off. Like, you know what I'm saying, that's not gonna work. Um, because then also I want to be able to just be an addition and not the solution to the issue or to your problem, right? Um, how's your money situation looking like, right? What type of role do you want me to play? What else did I say? What type of role did you want me to play? Um, do you want any more kids, right? And that's big, because I want at least 2, and I also want to name my son after me. So, like, that's like really non-negotiable. Like, if we have a kid, if it's our, like, I'm more able to negotiate it if it's our first kid together. Like, if me and you never had kids, we're both gonna be first time parents. But if you already have a kid, no, you already named your kid. I want to name my kid. I want to be able to name my kid. Like, give me that, because you already named your kid. Let me name my kid. I want to name it Taroy Jamal Jackson Jr. Just like that. Um, do you have a career? Are you secure? What's the relationship with your parents looking like? What's the relationship with the baby and the other side of the family looking like? Like, does the dad not step up, but the family still around? I'm cool with that. Or is there no communication with that side of the family at all? So then it's like you're expecting me to bring my family eventually into this, to love this child like it's their own too. Um, all those things are important factors. Can't have no more than 3, and you got to be financially stable with 3. Um, also, I feel like I have a shorter leash with single moms. Like, if I see you not doing what, like, us as a couple, if you're not doing what we supposed to do, cool, no problem, I'm out. Also, like, I understand people have kids, right? But if we're gonna be in a relationship, you gotta make time for me. You have to make time for me, right? Like, if I'm going to be doing all this and helping with your kids, you got to be able to make time for us. Like, it can't just be, oh, I'm kid this, I'm kid that, and I'm always tired, but you keep expecting my help. That's not going to work. That's happened to me before in the past. That's not going to work. So, like, when it comes to us, you tired, but you be out in the club shaking ass. That's not going to work, man. Can't do it. All right, can't do it, man. But I'm gonna get on out of here. As y'all see, I'm recording this in a hotel. So, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for laughing, man. Season 3, right? Because we're officially now in season 3. We'll have a lot more video. I'm not saying all of them will have video, but I want most of them to have video. So just so you know, to change things up. As y'all seem a little lax here, try to change the angle up a little bit. But yeah, man. Y'all know where y'all can follow me at. That's all going to be at the end of the episode. I do plan on starting up the Facebook book, Baby Daddy Chronicles. So the Facebook group, Baby Daddy Chronicles. So be on the lookout for that. Fathers, parents, I want to get more moms on here this season. Parents, please, send me emails, send me advice, give me topics to talk about, because this is harder than you think, because I don't have any kids, so I can only go off of what I see and then bring a single person perspective or get other parents on. I would love to get more moms on, but you ain't about to be bashing your baby daddy. Like, I need you to take accountability in your part too, and then we can have a discussion. So I love y'all, appreciate y'all, man. It's your future favorite baby daddy signing off, man. And I'm gonna see y'all next week, man. Same time, same place. Peace.